we just talked to Nelly. I want to start with Nelly. And reigning player of the week, what he did Wednesday against Colorado State was insane. I think it's 21 rebounds tonight. He seems to be in a groove that I haven't seen from a big man, especially in a long time. What do you see and why he's doing what he's doing over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, confident for sure. Comfortable, I think, with the environment and what we've created for him, and effort. He's really, really playing very, very hard. So he lets you coach him. He's got an amazing sense of humor. He can laugh at himself. So I'm really proud of him. Obviously we want to win, but a guy like Nelly who's such a good guy, we want him to be set up next year wherever he goes, and he's certainly helping himself for that.
We did ask him about the three-pointer. Had he just shot it, he would have been fine, but he thought about it.
And that's what I said to him. I said, Nelly, he is 0 for 5 now for his career, but I said, just shoot it right away. Don't do so he shoots a couple in practice, not a lot. But yeah, just shoot it right away, because I knew once he hesitated, it was not going in.
So we've talked to him about threes this year, and when we asked him about it, he's like, coach is going to give me hell about that or something like that.
But you know what? My thing is, don't worry about me. Be fearless, go make a play, and then we'll worry about it later.
You go on those runs, you guys look so good when you do that. It's becoming a thing now. From your perspective, do you ever have a chance to sit back and enjoy it, or can you even enjoy it?
I'll enjoy it for a couple of hours when we fly home tonight. But it's stressful, man, especially all of these programs are really good. They're tough to go against. Coach Scott, with a lot of limitations, is obviously a terrific coach. And so I knew we were going to get their best shot. There's a little bit of a narrative that they got our number a little bit that I didn't want to creep into our guys' heads. But it's scary when you're playing a team like this that took San Diego State to overtime, should have won. And we know what they're capable of doing.
You guys did start 0 for 10 shooting, and I wonder, I know you said you didn't want any doubt creeping in their mind, but does thoughts of 1 for 16 at Wyoming, or man, what is this place doing to us?
I don't know if we've ever started 0 for 10, so I'm sitting there going, my goodness, guys, let's go. But we ramped up the pressure. I think our defense right now is phenomenal. True is really setting the tone on the ball. I don't know what the deflections were, but to turn over a team 18 times, it doesn't turn it over a lot, just shows you how hard we're playing. And just very, very proud of. They're playing, obviously playing good basketball, but they got a lot of chemistry, these guys, which is fun to be a part of.
It seems like about as quiet a 25-6 you can have for Donovan.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good, quiet game for him.
Yeah, he was really good in the second half. He even said at one point he came back out of a timeout. He's like, man, I feel like I'm shooting a lot. I think you're leading the league in scoring. No problem. Just keep shooting. Keep being aggressive. Shot a decent amount of threes. I would assume that's the most threes he's shot all year. But, yeah, he's one of the best point guards in the country, and we're lucky to have him.
Stop it. That just can't live a game to game.
Yeah, we had talked about it, and he said 2 days ago it might be better for me to get some rest. I said, listen, approach the game like you're going to play. I'm going to assume you're not going to play. And we talked this morning at breakfast, and he was great about it. He's a tough kid. I know he wants to play, but plantar fasciitis for all of us old people, it's rough. And so we just need to get him healthy because he's very important.
I just see Oldon's first shot off the side of the backboard. Was that just a design play just to try to get him going?
Yeah. Well, I didn't want him to shoot it off the side of the backboard. Probably a little nerves. I really, really like Jovan a lot as a freshman. Another guy that you see Mustafa and all that he does. He's growing behind him really well. And great that he got, I think, 7 rebounds, which was huge because he hasn't been rebounding the ball at a high level.
You guys, obviously, the take every game at a time is what you guys have been doing well. But I'll ask anyway, you guys have another one at home against a Wyoming team that are going to be in the bottom of the standings again. They're towards the bottom, and you guys already beat them once. So what do you guys got to do to make sure you don't have that hiccup against Wyoming?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that with these guys. I think we're playing at a high level right now. I think our response since the New Mexico State game, you have talked about it, yes, we lost to San Jose, but I thought we were right there. Obviously, just needed to rebound the ball. But I love the approach. They don't seem to be complacent in any way, which is good to see.
Do you feel like you're in a groove at all? Does it feel any different?
I feel like it's just the urge to want to like win every time and just like play hard every single time. I feel like it's just the odds. I just want to keep going. That's just my goal every time I want to on the floor. So I just want to keep like do whatever I can do to make my team win. So I feel like that's why.
I mean, the best thing to help winning right now is you doing all that. I mean, you found a way to kind of like, obviously you were helping your team all season, but like the way you've been doing it lately, like you've been pretty dominant. Do you feel when you got a guy like either that's trying to score on you and you're not letting him, or you're able to score on him, like do you feel them sort of just outmatched? Like they can kind of sense it in their head that like you're just dominating them like you are?
Yeah, because the reason why they stopped like going in, because my coach already did the scouting and stuff, because the big guy want to go to his left shoulder every time, so I got to take that away. I got to let him go to the right shoulder instead, so he cannot go to his right shoulder. That's the difference for the game.
So it's scouting and play and everything. Like,
yeah,
it's all
scouting and
right
playing hard, playing defense,
Nelly, you're getting a lot of chatter lately about being the defensive player of the year in the conference. Look, you can score all the points you want to, but like, what's your thoughts about potentially being the top defensive player in the league?
Shit. I mean, coming from Rick Pitino to Rick Pitino, it's all about defense, man. It's all about defense. So, all my old coach do is like defense. All his mindset is like by defense. So when I came here, I bring the mindset to the team and just want to play defense. So that's why.
Are you a better defensive player than an offensive player, you think?
Yeah, I think I'm a better defensive player than an offensive player, 100%. I'm never gonna lie. Yeah.
Why is that? Is it the coaching? Is it the Pitino influence?
I'll give it to my former coach. It's on him too. He also push on defense and stuff. So everything just like makes everything come together.
All right, so you guys are on a roll now where not only are you in first place, you guys have been dominating teams and having stretches where you guys start today 0 for 10 and you're down a little bit, but then you go on a 13-0 run. In that second half, it was something like 22-3. Like, you guys have these runs that just deflate teams. What does it feel like when you're in the midst of one of those runs where you're like, you guys can do no wrong, it seems like?
I mean, it's the effort of the team. Like, when you have a bunch of guys want to like win a championship, I mean, that's what usually happens, because you don't want to lose. Like, you don't want to lose, so that's what happens.
You guys did have a guy down today. Mustafa didn't play because of injury. Sacco gets big minutes. Tiki gets a little more minutes, and Jovan moves into the starting lineup. You guys, maybe a little rough start in those first few minutes, but like it looked like you guys didn't really miss a beat. I know Air Force is struggling this year, but it's got to be refreshing to see, even with the starter down, you guys still found the groove.
Trust me, even with the bench can be a starting five lineup, because we have like our bench is so deep, we can bring another starting lineup, 100%.
Last time you played Air Force, they got you at the buzzer. Was that a thought process that you can never overlook this team?
I mean, we have a terrible record with this team, so we gotta take. We don't want to take them lightly whenever I play them. So we have to come out every time and just try and do our best to take away the backcourt and all that stuff. So
there's 20. I think there's 2,600 people in here. Probably 1,500 of them were Lobo fans. It's got to feel good to turn around and see more fans in red than blue.
Yeah, it feels amazing. The fans, I've not seen fans like Lobos fans. They're super like passionate, and I love that about them.
All right, what happened to the three, man?
Yeah, don't double pump, Nelly. You got to shoot it right away.
You know what happened? So Danny was there. Danny was close to me. Went through, passed it to me. It was like swinging. I had this. I was about to shoot it, and that one motion. When I had swinging, I thought about it. I was like, okay, let me just shoot it.
You thought about it. That's the problem.
I thought about it. If I didn't thought about it, I would have made it.
Just let it go.
Yeah, I'll just have to. Yeah. Next time.
All right. So as good a stat line as you had, when that comes up on film, like they're gonna keep that in the edit, right? They're gonna show everybody.
My coach is gonna be on my ass, man. But we good.
What are you gonna tell Tiki after that missed dunk too?
Oh my God. I feel like part of it was that he is a 2 feet jumper. So he's trying to go 1-2. I feel like that, and the ball slip off his hand a little bit. That's right. Yeah.
If anybody was going to miss a dunk, I would not have guessed it was going to be him.
I think he's athletic as hell. Like,
Yeah.
he's really athletic. I would see anybody that's athletic as Satiki. Crazy.